Hi everybody, welcome to 2023. I hope that this year is going to be an absolute phenomenal year for you. I know that we come up to New Year's and it's kind of this whole New Year's resolution kind of mentality that we have. The truth is that 80% of New Year's resolutions are gone by the end of January. We've thrown them out the window. So I try not to make kind of New Year's resolutions anymore or set goals just because it's New Year's. I'm definitely a goal setter in life anyway. I'm driven by goals. And what's interesting about goals is actually understanding the biochemistry around achievement. And I'm not sure whether many of you know this, but every time we achieve something, whether it's the smallest of things or the biggest of things, we actually stimulate dopamine, which is a feel-good hormone in our brain. And dopamine converts into adrenaline, which actually gives us more energy and more drive to go out and succeed at the next task. So I made a couple of key decisions around New Year's, and one of them was to make sure that I achieve something every day, whether it's the smallest of things, like getting out of bed or making sure that my kitchen was tidy before I go to sleep at night. Just small little things. And also some big things. I managed to set up my hydroponic system. I've got 64 flourishing plants out in the garden now, and certainly just tackling some of the big stuff. I'm on 5 acres and it gets a little bit away at me at times. So I'm trying to structure my day so that I'm getting a sense of achievement so that things don't start getting on top of me. So looking at 2023 for you, what is not a goal, but what is a state of being, a state of mindset that you would love to bring more into your life? And please feel free to use the word play. Play could be translated into so many different things. Now, a couple of things around play. Play is a non-competitive thing. It's not sitting down if you're a competitive A-type personality and winning a board game, because that's not stimulating the right kind of biochemistry that we want. Play is not a competitive sport, but play can involve other people and community, and it's a wonderful way of actually, particularly if you live on your own or if you're somebody that doesn't have a lot of friends. Is there something, an old hobby or something, a club that you can get involved with to actually go out and meet people where creativity resides? For me, I've always wanted to get back into pottery, and there is an amazing pottery studio here in Queenstown. So I'm going to be taking myself off there to meet new people. I have moved to Queenstown about 18 months ago, but have very much been entrenched in my career since then. So I haven't really managed to get out and meet many people. So, I'm a little bit like a lot of you right now, where I'm in a community where I don't really have friends to pop in and have a cup of tea with or anything like that. But I know that that's really important for my health and well-being, and also for us to be able to build community and build other connections. So this year I'm going to pick a couple of things. One of them is going back to pottery and getting involved with a community of creative types of people. And another one that I'm going to pick up this year is going to ecstatic dance, because that is an incredible form of exercise. It's a form of stimulating the energy system, clearing the energy system, and raising our vibrational frequency through exercise. So I'm not really someone that's going to go to a gym and do 20 reps of this and 20 reps of that. To me, exercise, and if we look at all the research around exercise, we should be actually using our bodies, not in repetitive motion, but in full motion. So my garden is one of them. It's a little bit full of lupin, where lupin shouldn't be right now. So I have a lot of pruning to do and hedges to trim. And so for me, just getting active in practical ways is an awesome thing. But also ecstatic dance, they do that here in Queenstown. If you've never experienced ecstatic dance, you should. When I'm on retreat in Bali, I tend to take women to an ecstatic dance class, or we do them in the villa. And it's just incredible to watch women in their 50s and 60s and even 70s find what ecstatic dance is. So there's some rules with ecstatic dance, and you can do this at home yourself, is that generally it is a series of music that starts off quite often with tribal beats, and that is stimulating the lower parts of the energy system, and the music goes up frequency as the dance goes on, usually over an hour to 2 hours, sometimes longer. But what happens is that through the breath and through the movement of just creativity, you're not dancing with other people, you're just literally moving your body freely to whatever the music is. And there's no rules. You don't have to look trendy. You don't have to look like you're dancing in trends. You're literally just moving to rhythm and the frequency of the music. And there's so many amazing benefits to that. But the thing is, we're always constantly having to up-level ourselves. We are wired by nature for growth. And if we're not pushing ourselves forward, if we're not pushing ourselves to grow and expand and learn new things and better ourselves, we become kind of in this apathetic state of the status quo, and that is the opposite of growth. And the opposite of growth is death. We're either thriving and evolving ourselves, or we're atrophying and going backwards. And one of the things that I absolutely love to hold on to and often reflect on is, what are the things that I want to do, that I say I'm going to do, but haven't got around to doing it? And what are those things that have been going on in a long list over many years? And then I project myself forward to my deathbed, to that moment of transition. And then I put myself in the position of reflecting back and looking at, wow, I kind of said I was gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, I was gonna do that, and I never did it. And that is something that I personally really want to avoid. It's called deathbed dread. No one wants to get to the end of their life and experience that deep sense of deathbed dread. What if I was brave enough? What if I was courageous enough? What if I found this inner strength within me to transform in that way? Whether it's to get fit, whether it's to climb a mountain, whether it's to start a new career, whether it's to lose weight and keep it off for once, like really a permanent transition and transformation in your life. Whether it's to go on that trip that you always dreamed of doing. The world's opened up. What is it that is always been something deep within your soul that you've wanted to do, that's always been whispering in the background, that often through life and through the external world, we just keep burying and burying and burying these soulful wishes and these dreams and these adventures that we actually want to take ourselves on in life. I'm someone that really values adventure. It's one of the things that I've learnt is really something that keeps me alive, gives me a sense of aliveness and a sense of achievement. And I'm not as a mother, having raised 3 daughters and now a grandmother, I'm a memories person. I don't need to have money in the bank. I don't need to have, everything, the flashest of everything or anything like that. I literally live in this tiny, tiny little cottage, but I have a wonderful view and I have land that I really want to develop and take care of to put back into the earth. I'd much rather have that than a big flash house. But at the same time, it's about having experiences with people that I love, and those are the things that I value most. So often at this time of year, it's a really good time to stand back and go, what are my values? What are the things that I truly value? Because we all have a hierarchy of values, and our hierarchy of values will determine our success in life. So often what happens is we go, oh, I really value health. I really want to lose weight. I really want to get healthy. But unfortunately, in that hierarchy of values, it's kind of low down on that list. And on top of that list is career success. It might be financial success. It might be other hobbies or other things. All these other things in different key areas of life that are more important to you than your health and well-being. The thing that is so wrong about that is, because people are always asking me, why do I keep falling off the wagon? Why does this keep happening to me? Why is it that I'm, I can't seem to master this? It's because other things take priority in your life. Other things consume your time, money, effort, resources, energy, and all of those things. So somewhere along this journey, we have to start looking at, okay, I really want to achieve this particular thing. So I need to reshuffle my values. I need to reshuffle my priorities to make this an absolute priority for me. And in order to do that, it's really good. You need a pen and paper, and you go through and you list all the ways that you spend your time across the day. How do you spend your time? And then categorize those into different areas of life. And then once you go through that, you can look at that over a week and start circling all those areas across the week that you spend the most time and energy and money and resources and things like that. And then you can go, that's my hierarchy of values. And then you can start looking at it and going, okay, so say for instance, mastering weight loss and transforming your health is an absolute priority. And I'll just say this, it's not about weight, it's about health. A healthy body won't hold on to weight. So, but an unhealthy body will. So if we stop thinking about dieting and exercise and all those sorts of things, and if we just really start focusing on health and well-being, then we are correcting those metabolic dysfunctions in our body. We're raising the levels of mitochondria, the battery cells in our body, and we're able to transform our health so our whole organ system heals and our hormone system heals, and then weight loss becomes an easy thing. So if that is a priority, to actually feel bring a sense of longevity into your well-being so that you've got energy to go out and take that trip, or, build that garden, or, go on those adventures, whatever it is that, you've been you may have deeply suppressed, then what needs to happen is that health has to become number one. You have to reorganize your time and your energy and your resources to value that as a priority. And when you do, it is amazing what happens, because health and well-being filters into everything else that you value in life. So there's a really good technique that I like to do if I'm having to reorganize my values and priorities. And it's called tagging. Like, what are the benefits to these other things that I value more of if I am at my physical best? If I am at my most mental alertness, have the most energy in my body system, well, of course, every single other area of your life will improve. Your relationships will improve. Your career will improve. Your hobbies will improve. Everything at your home environment will improve, because you've got so much more energy to give those other areas of your life. So, I hope that you enjoyed this little excerpt, and I hope I've given you some ideas about some reflection work, and I hope that you get inspired to stop burying those little things that you've suppressed down and deep inside, and that you find the courage and the energy and the resources and just the enthusiasm to actually bring them back up into the surface and start entertaining the idea that those things are possible and that it's never too late. It's never too late to reinvent yourself. I don't care how old you are. I don't even care what kind of state of health and well-being you're in. I've seen stage 4 cancer patients completely revitalize their lives. So wherever you are in your journey, whatever stage of life you're in, just know that anything is possible. It starts with absolute belief. There is a big secret to manifestation. It's not about putting pictures on a vision board or lying in bed at night and dreaming. It's about crystallizing a vision for what you want and then taking inspired action to actually achieve what you want, and then letting it go. The secret to real manifestation is non-attachment and releasing it and letting it go. But of course, nothing happens without action. So take your goals, turn them into a plan, turn that into an action plan, break that down into daily habits, and eventually you'll get there. Doesn't matter if you step backwards a couple of steps, as long as you continue to keep stepping forward each time there's a slip up, you'll eventually reach your goals. So lots of love and blessings to you in 2023. And I hope to see you in the community and inspire you there, and we can keep all of these amazing conversations going as well. So lots of love to you. Bye.